nuts!
Daily uploads are a phenomena that is something that every YouTuber, content creator, influencer, dude who makes things on the internet will eventually need to acknowledge and decide whether or not is right for them. As you guys probably know to this extent, I randomly decided to start doing daily uploads every day of last week, and it wasn't something that I did completely willy-nilly. It was something that I thought about in my long 5 or 6 years of creating videos less than daily, that I've always wondered if it made any sense for me to start uploading so often that I basically never take a day off. And obviously, in research to do something like that, I decided to take a look at some of the more notable and influential examples of YouTubers who started to upload daily or semi-regularly or whatever it may be. And with all that knowledge, I decided maybe I should share it with you guys, because I'm completely out of ideas on what to do. Ray William Johnson, the only Native American to have 3 white people's names as his own name, probably isn't the name you thought I would begin talking about when it came to daily uploads. What happened to Casey Neistat? We'll get to that, trust me. But the thing that I want to dissect with the people I'm looking at is to break down what daily uploading is and why people would do it. And I think nobody better than Ray William Johnson, who started doing his show Equals 3, taking a look at viral videos and moments on the internet every Tuesday, every Friday, from 2009 to like 2015 or something. What he brought to the table when it came to uploading frequently was consistency. And you can see that it works out because when you know that a show is coming on, you know that you can watch it. How many of you guys ran inside from playing with your friends at 6:30, 7:30 because you knew The Simpsons were coming on TV? How many of you guys tuned into Ray William Johnson on Tuesdays and Fridays because you knew it was time for a new Equals 3 episode? And with him being the first YouTuber to hit 4 million subscribers, and 5 million subscribers, and 6 million subscribers, it's difficult to argue that he clearly had an early idea of how being consistent on YouTube could reward you tremendously.
So thanks for watching today's episode of Equals 3. I'm Ray William Johnson, and I approve this message. Damn, nigga!
I've seen many a YouTuber give kudos to Ray William Johnson for the ideas that he pioneered that people still use to this day. Most notably, the concept of having a show, of having a relatable, easy to watch thing that people can tune into that has some level of familiarity. If you have no idea what's going to happen every time you click on somebody's YouTube channel, eventually it can fill you with a sense of, I don't know if I want to click on this video. But when it came to Ray William Johnson's Equal 3 show, you knew he was going to be making jokes, you knew it was going to be fast, he was going to jump from side to side on the screen, and he was going to be talking about interesting, viral, and funny things that he found on the internet. And even though that was different every time, it was still the same in the format, in the cadence, in his voice, in his name. And because of that, a lot of people made their own shows in a manner that had an idea that would stay the same throughout the entirety of it, but would change up the actual content. And obviously, when you knew when it was coming on, what it was going to be about, and the fact that you were probably going to like it every time, that's a winning combination, and a lot of people have taken note and executed on that same idea. Okay, Sumito, so it sounds like there's no downsides to uploading as much as possible. So he's certainly uploading every day today, right? Actually, yeah. If you take a look at his YouTube channel, the dude is still uploading daily. Although, it's a little bit misleading to say still. When you take a look at his channel, Equals 3 is actually hosted by 2 or 3 other people after 2015 because Ray William Johnson bumped into the same issue that most people seem to bump into when they decide to up their upload schedule. And that you can only be putting out videos every single day if you're making videos every single day, editing videos every single day, writing videos every single day, and even when you're not on camera, thinking about what your next video is going to be. And Ray William Johnson, being the infinitely creative individual that he is, even during his time making music videos and mostly music videos, found himself unable to pursue other creative aspects because he was dedicating so much time to the show that he was making a couple times a week. And when he transitioned to having somebody else handle the show to free him up to be able to do other things online, Well, he basically disappeared off the face of the earth. Equals 3 saw nowhere near the amount of popularity as it did when he was uploading. He transitioned to be doing other motivational content on Facebook during what I call the dark ages of everybody thinking Ray William Johnson disappeared off the internet. And now, as I mentioned earlier, he's been posting daily I think they're true crime or just interesting true stories to his YouTube channel. But none of you guys know Ray William Johnson. You guys are learning right now that he still uploads videos on YouTube. That's how different of an impact he has on the internet after deciding to stop uploading daily. Ray William Johnson did a lot of things right. In that, he basically made a show on YouTube that later got copied by Tosh.0 on Comedy Central, so clearly the formula that he was using was good enough for syndicated television. Of course it would do well on YouTube. The fact that you knew when he was uploading, or at the very least knew that there would be a couple new videos a week, meant that it gave people a reason to tune into him over and over and over again. The fact that you can do equals 3 with your fingers, this is the coolest thing ever. I wish I had a show where I could see people in the streets, they'd be like, hey yo, SumitoMedia, and I'd be like, they watch me. What a great way to build a community, and he did it before any of these rules or good ideas even were common knowledge to everyday YouTubers. I know this stuff now. I knew this stuff back when I was like 19 before I ever started doing YouTube, but Ray William Johnson and the people in his era discovered these good things to do, uploading more often, keeping a schedule, way before it was common knowledge. The downside is that he was too big of a fish for even that pond. If you took any other dude who was only kind of funny and was just happy to have an audience online, they might still be doing those videos to this day. But Ray William Johnson wanted to be able to do more. He had talents, he had writing chops, he wanted to make music, he starred in epic rap battles of history. He wanted to be able to do more on the internet, and unfortunately that transition from what you know works to what you know might not can be a hard one.
Lost 150 pounds.
Alexander Damifin.
Never lost a single fight.
Alexander Champion.
Has a love for weird guitars.
Alexander Mandolin.
John Patrick Douglas, better known by his YouTube channel Jack's Films, or if you're in China, Jackie Filmy, is a YouTuber who started making videos as early as 2006, though his most popular video would be the WTF Snuggie, which he uploaded in 2009, in an era where everybody was making these parody-esque infomercial videos like Go Remy and whomever else. Although in the modern day, he is probably best known for his series, Your Grammar Sucks, Yesterday I Asked You, and a bunch of other things that I want to take a look at as content that is driven by a community. Because one of the biggest things when it comes to uploading very frequently on YouTube is the question of what to upload. It becomes very easy when you see the people that were best known for uploading super frequently back in the day. The Rad Brad, C-Nanners, these are all people who uploaded video game content, which is something that you can record a ton of and then upload slowly over time. So it's less like uploading and making a video every day and more like releasing an episode of a show that you've already recorded. But Jack's Films, because you knew that he was making videos based on comments and tweets that people had sent him earlier from an earlier video, from yesterday's video, you knew that the stuff that he was making was actually a little bit more novel, a little bit more organic, that this dude wasn't just putting out videos a couple times a week. No, this dude was making a concentrated effort to include you, the audience, in the video that he's making today for you to watch. I can't overemphasize how smart it is for Jack's Films to have been doing so many videos based on content that was submitted to him from his audience, from his community. Because on one hand, like I stated before, it can be very difficult for you to find something to make a video about every single day if you don't have any sort of guidance. But if you have this gigantic catalog of comments giving you jokes, tweets giving you jokes, grammar that's written poorly, and all the content that you can make around that, it's a basically infinite reoccurring source of stuff to make videos about. But more importantly, I think one of the best things Jack's Films did was play into how often he was making videos and how often you could see them coming out in the future. If you watched any single one of Jack's Films videos when he was doing Your Grammar Sucks and Yesterday I Asked You and what have you else, you'd see it right in the title. Yai episode 550. Your Grammar Sucks episode 35 or whatever. Not only did you watch the video and appreciate the fact that other people's comments were in it, but you would immediately know that there will be more of these videos because he's done it hundreds of times, which encourages you to send your own jokes, comment your own things, because maybe you'd be a part in tomorrow's video, which you now know comes out tomorrow, so you're gonna subscribe to him to see it. It's such good implementation of everything that works when it comes to daily videos.
It's every day, bro, with the Disney Channel flow. 5 mil on YouTube in 6 months, never done before.
Casey Neistat is still a New York-based vlogger and probably the first name that you think of when anybody talks about uploading daily, as this dude uploaded a vlog every single day for the better part of like 800 days, well over a couple years. And the reason that he blew up as much as he did is because there were many other people who were uploading every day or even vlogging or blogging every single day. But Casey Neistat added a level of authenticity and production quality that wasn't seen in other people's vlogs. You would typically see people who are uploading every single day take a couple days out of the week to just do a video where they're showing you them making their breakfast, walking their dog, not actually doing anything, but still putting out a video of them doing nothing. Not so much Casey Neistat. His whole idea of doing a video every single day, as he revealed in his video How to Vlog Like Casey Neistat, was not about just putting out a video, but rather finding a story somewhere in his daily A to B where he would be able to showcase something interesting to you and apply that in a way that felt cinematic. Casey Neistat had a background in filmmaking. He and his brother had a series that premiered on HBO. The dude had chops when it came to actually making films, and it's his application in that to YouTube that made him rise above the rest. The biggest takeaway I have from watching Casey Neistat reflect on all the videos that he made, in his video about how to vlog like him, in his video about what I learned from uploading 800 videos, was that the fundamentals of YouTube don't go away even if you're consistent. When you watch Casey Neistat's biggest videos, they're all just like big Mr. Beastie clickbaity things where he flies on a plane that costs $30,000 a ticket. He stays in a hotel room that costs $50,000 a night. Even though he has these, he never gives up a good title, a clickbaity thumbnail. He never rests on his laurels by being like, listen, I'm making a video every day. They don't all gotta be good. No, even with mainstream success, millions of views a video, the dude never made a video where he was just making his coffee. Guys, I'm a little tired, so I'm just gonna talk to you today. No, every single day of his life felt like an adventure because the videos that he put out made you feel like you were going on an adventure with him. Great stuff. Also, if you guys know who Casey Neistat is, you should maybe go watch Mudan. He's an editor for all of your favorite big anime YouTubers and is currently in Japan vlogging every single day for a year. Great stuff.
Bob's or Vagon, whichever will it be. Set the fuck down, TZ Reese. I'm here to spill the real tea.
The GOAT when it comes to YouTube in general, but especially if you're taking a look at people who aren't Mr. Beast, is of course PewDiePie. Probably my personal biggest influence when it comes to making the sort of content that I do, because when it comes to doing daily videos at this point, everybody for the most part had something that other people didn't. Casey Neistat had his own business and was electric skateboarding through the streets of New York with a full-on DSLR. Ray William Johnson was doing it before anybody else was. But the really nice thing about PewDiePie was that the style of videos that he made every day was very much something that I felt like I could strive towards. It wasn't tens of thousands of dollars given away to people in the streets. It wasn't living in a beautiful city that I didn't have access to. It wasn't even really using super expensive cameras or setups or microphones or whatever else the situation may be. PewDiePie reached a level of success that nobody had ever seen before, doing the sorts of videos that YouTube was basically founded on. Sitting in front of a webcam, talking to the people on the other side of the internet, looking at stuff that seems interesting, and while it isn't necessarily anything innovative, the fact that he saw so many subscriber growths because of just doing that content was incredibly motivating. The influences that PewDiePie had going into his daily uploading era, as it were, should be obvious to anybody who's watched the first 14 minutes of this video, right? You understand what you're gonna get when you click on a PewDiePie video. Whether it is that he's talking about internet news, drama, memes, or taking a look at stuff from his community, you always understand the vibe of the show that he's got going on, all the same like Ray William Johnson. Obviously, when you're uploading every day, you also know that you can tune into him on a consistent schedule. When it comes to Jack Films, do I really even need to say anything? He basically stole the entire concept of the last video I asked you to submit blank from Jack's Films' Yesterday I Asked You. But even with Fridays with PewDiePie and Meme Review, he was taking a look at things that were submitted to him in his subreddit, encompassing his community in his videos, which led people to want to subscribe to him to see him more often. The biggest thing that I appreciate with PewDiePie is really sort of the all-encompassing conclusion and takeaway that I have from trying to learn something from studying these individuals who have been uploading for a while, uploading very often, and have uploaded very often for a while, right? And it's basically that you need to be able to do something where you can just show up, right? At the end of the day, you don't need to be the dude who makes the absolute best video talking about AI memes or Joe Biden falling off a plane or Sniper Wolf doing whatever. You don't need to be that guy. You just need to be a guy. Because the internet is so big that if 0.001% of people decide to tune in and watch your stupid YouTube video, you can still have like 10 million subscribers if you do it for long enough. And that means that when it comes to making videos on the internet, like most other things on the internet, it only kind of doesn't even really matter. You should really just do what you enjoy, and hopefully there will be people who enjoy watching you do what you enjoy. Thanks for watching this. Big shout out to the patrons. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.